They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. Ted Ginn's gonna go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 78 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. These two teams, of course, met in the much-dissected NFC divisional round game a season ago, and they also met in the Monday night opener last year. And Adrian Peterson's return to Minnesota, gosh, that seems like a lifetime ago. It was actually Peterson's replacement, though, Dalvin Cook, who went for 127 yards in a 29-19 Viking victory. Now, a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Third and long for Cousins. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Got a man. It's right. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Got it! 36.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Aho. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Get set.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Cook following the penalty. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins eluding the pressure right. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Cousins on first down. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing is Cousins. And this is Cook with the grab. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Now Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Complete to right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Cook stripped. The ball's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Easy. 12. Easy. Switch. Safety creep.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And right with it here over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cousins. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Wright's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The kick by Carlson is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Here we go.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Ready. Ready. Play set.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
0-2, 0-2.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. First down. Here's Cousins. And incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cousins again. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lucky Piston.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2nd down, Cousins being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Cousins again. It's caught by Treadwell. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now here we go, oh. Lucky 50.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To the air again, it's Cousins. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Cousins on the keeper. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And he's able to put it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
36. 11.
A final shot before half for Breeze. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A toss to Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Ginn. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
319!
Now the backup, Savage. And that is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. 3rd down here. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Sherrills to return it. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On second down, Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Third and short yardage. Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
They're coming. They're coming. Yeah, baby. Boom. Tight end right. Tight end right.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here. The 22-yard line. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Cousins over the middle, complete. It's right, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Wait!
Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 19 yards to pick up there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Check, check, check. Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. Stay at home, stay at home. Stay at home, stay at home.
On second down, Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Got it.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Toss play, Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Got it.
On third and long, it's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Wide.
Cousins on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first down throw for Cousins. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Yellow lady. Got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
There's that man again. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. First down. Here's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 42 yards. Here's Cousins. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
We're good, we're good. 5-4, ready. Where's that?
Now a toss, Kamara left side. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Got it.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And out now come the Vikings. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Saints, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3 and 5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.